Is it rollin', Bob? Howdy, folks. Scarborough Dude here. And this is what I'm hoping will turn out to be episode 1 of the Scarborough Dude's basement bar tour. Something like that. We might come up with a catchier name a little later. The idea is I've got a museum here. I've got part library, part just all the stuff I've collected over my lifetime. And I thought I'd like to share a little bit of that before I forget the stories. It goes with some of the items I'm going to show you. So, for example, today's episode, forgive the awkwardness here. I haven't quite got this set up. I've got a selfie hanging from the back of a chair. And that's sort of my temporary way of making these videos. I think I'll come up with a better system in a little while. I kind of like the intimacy. I mean, I'm leaning into the bar this close. The reason for that is so I can show you the items. And the first item today, I've decided this quite a while ago. What I'm going to start with is the spoon. Give you a nice close-up look there. It's a wonderful spoon. It's a plastic handle. Kind of a red, and it's really taken on a nice, I think you'd almost use the word a patina to the plastic. The thing I really like about it is that it's made in Japan. And you don't find many products, you know, of this quality made in Japan. I mean, they went high-tech quite a while ago. I bought it in 1975. And it's a favorite spoon. It's now my official camping spoon. So I don't go on any camping trips unless I have this spoon safely tucked away now on my road trek. And it's a favorite for eating your cereal, for whatever. But it's got a history. It's got a story. And that's what I think I'm hoping I'll share with you today. So why this particular spoon, and why start off with this? Well, it marked a turning point in my life. I moved to Toronto in the fall of 1975. That was following our Yukon summer, and that will come up at another time. And I wasn't sure what to do with my life, but I had all along I've been telling people, oh, I'm going to write a book. I'm going to be a writer. And I had spent a lot of years in the sort of following the footsteps of Jack Kerouac and people like that, going out, seeking adventure, working on the railway, doing things that I thought would give me the material I'd need to write. And when it finally came to a head, I said, all right, here we are. I'm in Toronto now, not my hometown, or it is now, but it wasn't then. I got an apartment on Markham Road, $25 a week, top floor of a house owned by an Italian family, and there's a little kitchen area outside my door and a shared bathroom, and I was the only one there. And there is a view outside my window. I can actually see, I believe, I'll have to check the records, but I believe they were still finishing off the CN Tower in 1975. You can check that and call me on it, but I certainly remember looking out at this thing and seeing it in the distance. A wonderful part of Toronto. And I was very close to Honest Ed's, and that's another landmark that anybody who knows Toronto knows Honest Ed's. And gosh, I wanted to show me my hat too. It's the Dixon Jane's hat. This is a little awkward. We're going to work on this. Don't worry about it. This is just the first episode. It'll get better. It'll get a little smoother. So anyway, I got to get set up. I'm starting a new life. I'm going to write my book. I've got my papers and pens, notebooks that I've kept for years and still have, and those will turn up in an episode one day, some of those. And just needed the basics to live. So what did I do? I went out and bought everything else that I needed, a bowl and a plate and whatever, and this spoon. So I guess the spoon itself isn't so special. It's just a spoon. I'm pretty sure I paid 25 cents for it. But the fact that I still have it after what? And now it's almost 2020, so do the math, 25 years, almost 45 years, 44 years. It's been around and still serving me well. But the thing is, it took me one day only one day to realize I'm not going to be a writer. I better get a job. It was too hard. So all that time I'd put it off, had to travel here, had to go there, had to do something else, finally stopped in Toronto in the apartment. There I was and realized writing is a lot harder than I imagined it to be. And so went out and got a teaching job at a school in what is now fancier, Cabbagetown, Lord Dufferin Public School. Hired as a teacher aide, and that was the beginning of my teaching career. So what I thought was going to be the beginning of my writing career turned into a career of teaching. And that got me here, and that got me to this bar, and that got me to everything. So somehow, to me, this spoon symbolizes all of that. This is the turning point. This is the spoon that represents the time I decided I better get a real job because I'm not cut out to be a writer. So that's it. I don't think there's a whole lot more. I just knew this was an important thing to start with. But what else there is to share about this spoon, I really don't know. I am going to add one thing in each of these, and it's the idea that I had at one point, I've got to unload all this stuff. One day I've got to get rid of this stuff, hopefully while I'm still living. And I thought I'd put a price on them. I'll put it out there. Somebody might be interested. Somebody, if I was famous, I'd have no problem getting rid of this spoon. I'm not famous. It's a pretty small circle of people who know the Scarborough Dude or even care. So I would start with $25. That's an arbitrary figure. If somebody cared to, what I'm going to do is maybe say, this is to finance my trip to India, the trip I've never taken and feel I should before I die. So each item that comes up, to be clear, I don't expect any buyers or bidders, but I'm putting it out there anyway, just for the sake of it. Just so you know, if you actually wanted this spoon or wanted to gift this or any of the other items you're going to see, and believe me, some of the other items are a lot more special than this spoon. So starting bid, $25. It could be yours. Contact the Scarborough Dude, Dixon Janes, DICKSNJANS @gmail.com, and you could also find my podcast there as well. So, signing off from the Basement Bar Tour, episode 1, and I hope you come back. This will be on a YouTube channel near you. Bye for now.